discussion around the digital ID will solve all problems. It will solve the
Oh, I
boats. It will
know.
right. This is the moment, right, where we'll actually see what it will do is intensify all the things you've been discussing on this show today. The problems of censorship, the spying and scrutiny on the right kind of attitudes on banking or on personalities, the fact that we'll be able to survey and scan everyone everywhere, and the idea that a government that has no solution to deal with borders or housing or resources or anything, but at the same time wants to smear the public, that then it will have some kind of central digital infrastructure. And now they're like saying that directors have all got to do it, 8 million of them. So that's why together we're saying no to digital ID. And we'd love all your viewers to be involved in that campaign. And I think because of all the things you've been discussing today, it's even more essential that we're aware of how people that stir up, they say they want to stop racial incitement, and yet they stir up racial incitement. They say, you know, the fact that Keir Starmer could only call the person a vile individual and couldn't name what it was that was really responsible for it, and the fact that so many people have danced around it. And Gary Neville then says the problem with people putting up British flags, astonishing with the gaslighting and the contempt. But you see, imagine a situation where we're having this conversation and you can just get switched off, or you could be prevented from going to a certain area, or you don't get to go traveling as a consequence of being on a central surveillance state, a biometric surveillance state by this state. And I think that that is something that it's great that so many people have said they don't want to have happen, but we've all got to fight against that and keep celebrating the virtues and the brilliant things here, and actually criticizing and ridiculing and making our voice heard together. The good thing, like I know there's a protest tomorrow in Whitechapel because of Tower Hamlets. The pink ladies are going to be there. I've first-hand experience with Tower Hamlets and their censoriousness and shutting down. They did it with nightlife. I've seen what they did with stopping filming going on there, a bit like Salman Rushdie moment because of Brick Lane, the film at the time, and the whole idea you're not allowed to say certain things or do certain things. And now an attempt, and this is the point I was referring to before, when we start banding around terms like extremist all the time and using that to shut people down, it will invariably come to all of us. And those who are happen to be on the left, who are entitled to their views, but they should be very conscious of that cancel culture, because it will, as it has done, but it will start coming to engulf everyone. So I applaud the fact that the ladies in pink will be there tomorrow. I'd like to show my face there and support, but the women are doing a brilliant job, and encourage everyone in Britain to be courageous, right? When it's scary, and it can be very scary, right? And people go after your jobs, or they go after you. You've had first-hand experience of this, Dan. Many of us have had experience of it. But the more people that stand up and speak and say we're going to engage and discuss this, and say that we're going to thrash it out and we're not going to be silenced, and hold those who are promoting these ideas and really responsible, because in the end, there are lots of issues at hotels. There are a lot of issues at HMOs. There's lots of issues, but the real people responsible are the people that have allowed this to happen, that have encouraged it, that have hoisted these ideas onto everyone, then have the temerity to say, well, the problem is those who want to divide us, right? They've been the ones that have created this very problematic situation. And the more that we can address it and address it for what it is, and begin to come to like deal with it and get to grips with it, the better for everyone. For that, we're going to need to speak freely and definitely not have digital ID.